Today's sample of the day is Queen of Arabia by Lattafa. Welcome to my series, Sample It First, No Regrets Later. So I watched quite a few videos about Queen of Arabia, and my opinion about this fragrance is a little bit different than majority's. So let's smell her again. Maybe something have changed since the last time I smelled her. So what I smell today is something different what I smelled when initially I tried this fragrance. As a matter of fact, I was holding on to make a video because I smelled something very different that time, and now I smell something different again. So Queen Arabia opens up with coconut and salt. I was not able before to smell coconut, and now I am able to smell a hint of coconut, which is very good, because that's exactly what I wanted in this fragrance. Then the issue that I was having with this fragrance was salt note. So salt note gave me a lot of that aquatic scent, which I usually welcome. However, I usually welcome that aquatic scent in male colognes. And Queen of Arabia smelled quite like men's cologne for me before. I definitely would say that I still can smell that hint of salt, but for some reason, Queen of Arabia now smells more like Queen of Arabia, because before, to me, initially when I sprayed this fragrance, it smelled more like King of Arabia, if you know what I mean. At the heart we have sandalwood and heliotrope, and at the base we got amber and vanilla. So this fragrance, when it dries down, still gives me a little bit, a hint of that cologne-like scent. And however, it's not as strong as it was initially the first time, or even the second time I tried this fragrance. This is my third time sampling this fragrance. And it's very, very interesting to me that I'm getting different notes every single time I smell it. So that being said, I know that a lot of people absolutely love this fragrance. However, I would highly recommend, before you purchase this fragrance, actually to try a sample. Try a sample, see how that works with your skin pH. See how you like it when it dries down, because in my opinion, this is a little bit tricky fragrance. I feel a little bit uneasy when I encounter the fragrance, that every time I smell something different, because I feel like there is no consistency. And I'm not sure if that had anything to do with other fragrances that I already smelled that day or whatnot. But definitely, in my opinion, this is not a safe blind purchase. As I said, lots of girlies love this fragrance. And at this point, I would say that it's not gonna be something that I personally gonna add to my list, unless I, kind of circle back to this sample and I say, oh my goodness, I love it so much. Right now, I do not get that. I definitely would say that this, to me, is not very feminine fragrance. I would say it is more unisex, even though it's labeled as just women's fragrance. And to me, I kind of like thought about name Queen of Arabia, and I really did not necessarily picture Queen of Arabia smelling like that. But that's just my own, opinion. It's definitely worth to try. Definitely, I recommend to try this fragrance, and you might be wowed by this fragrance like a lot of other women. Just for me personally, this probably is not really sitting well with my, skin pH or something. So yes, I definitely recommend to try, but I recommend to try it as a sample.